This conference will now be recorded.
Good afternoon, students. In last class, we discussed about low frequency control in static response for both control case and control case. But in today's class, we are going to discuss about dynamic response for uncontrolled case. See, what we derived the derivation with respect to the both conditions, same we are going to derive here also. But the only difference where there we applied the final value theorem, but here we are applying that inverse Laplace transform. So, what is the difference between these two means the static and dynamic? Here, the main intention of static response is to find that accuracy of the frequency in the load. So how the load should be working and based on the frequency, how the load affects how the load affects the frequency. So these are we are going to derive from the static response. And dynamic response we can find that how the system how the generating system should be changes with respect to the load. So based on the load demand, how the generating station will be make up as based on the load demand. So these are the two cases we are going to derive for the low frequency control. Already static response is over and we derived them both cases. One is uncontrolled case and control case. The same thing we are going to derive here in dynamic response also. Now let's move on the topic. So this is the topic we are going to discuss in today's class, that is low frequency control of single area system in dynamic response. So already static response is over, we derived the both conditions. Now we are going to derive the dynamic response in uncontrolled case. Right. So already we know that we have to be control the frequency with respect to the two parameters, and one is a speed changer, other one is load demand. So with respect to these two parameters, we can call as whether the system is controlled or uncontrolled case. Now this two is already over. One is controlled case and another one is uncontrolled case. So we derived in previous classes, and now we are going to derive that dynamic response when it is working in uncontrolled case. So already we know that uncontrolled case means there is a parameter is involving in the load demand. So we have the two parameters, one is speed changer and load demand. In that, when load demand is involving in the system, it's not in our hands. So it is called as uncontrollable case. Why? Because the load we can't able to say whether when the load will be maximum, when the load will be minimum. So it is not in our hand, right? So it is a completely uncontrollable case. So in this case, the speed changer is kept to be constant, and the changes in the speed changer should be zero. And the only parameter we have to be considered here, that is load demand. Now let me see the block diagram of a single area system. From this, if you after assumption of these two parameters, let me see how the block diagram reduction will be occur. Right. So this is the block diagram reference that single area system, and it has the three modeling systems. One is the speed governing and turbine model and generator model with the feedback of regulation 1 by R. So this is a representation of single area system. Now from this block diagram we have to be derive the transfer function with respect to the uncontrolled case. But in this uncontrolled case, based on our assumptions, this value should be equal to the 0, and we have to be consider only PDFs. So when it is 0, then there is no need to consider this value, this summation parameter, right? Now let me see. After when you assuming delta, that is speed changer is equal to 0, then what will become the block diagram? Right. See, before going to the block diagram, again I'm going to tell you that what is the main intention of static response and dynamic response. See here, the static response of a automatic frequency load control loop. So this is the abbreviation: automatic frequency load control loop will give information about frequency accuracy. So what is the main intention of we are going to derive the static response means it gives the frequency accuracy. What is the meaning of frequency accuracy means based on the load demand. So already we derived 2% of regulation changes, 1% of frequency will be changed. So this type of modulation occurs in the frequency. So it gives the how much of accuracy having the frequency based on the load demand, and whereas the dynamic response of a automatic frequency load control loop, so here loop is there, sorry, will inform about stability of the system. Stability in the sense how the capable to carry the generating. So ఇప్పుడు మనకు load sudden గా increase అయినా decrease అయినా that capacity should have by the generating station. That is the stability condition. So stability, it means without any deviation, without any imbalance condition with respect to the generation as well as load. So that should be happened, that should be maintained by calculating the dynamic response. So dynamic response అనేది ఎందుకంటామంటే సో మనకు కావాల్సిన ప్రకారం అంటే ఎక్కువ గానీ తక్కువ గానీ విత్ ఇన్ ఫ్రాక్షన్ ఆఫ్ టైం లో మనము సెట్ చేసుకోవచ్చు. Due to this reason we can maintain the stability condition. So ఎందుకంటే పవర్ సిస్టమ్ లో మెయిన్ స్టెబిలిటీ పైన డిపెండెంట్ ఆ సిస్టమ్. If the stability we are not maintaining, then the entire system will be collapsed. So we have to be maintained. Okay. సో ఈ స్టెబిలిటీ పైన ఒక సబ్జెక్ట్ ఉంది, పవర్ సిస్టమ్ స్టెబిలిటీ అని, ఓకేనా. సో ఆ సబ్జెక్ట్ లో మొత్తము హౌ టు మేక్ ద పవర్ సిస్టమ్ స్టెబిలిటీ, వాట్ ఆర్ ద కన్సిడరేషన్ వీ హ్యావ్ టు బి కన్సిడర్. సో ఈ యాక్చువల్ సబ్జెక్ట్ వచ్చేసి యూ ఆర్ గోయింగ్ టు స్టడీ ద 3 టాపిక్స్, 3 సెక్టర్స్. వన్ ఇస్ జనరేషన్, transmission, distribution. So stability is not a single area, so it is concluding with the whole system, power system, right? So for maintaining the stability, what are the precautions, what are the necessary conditions we have to take in the generating stations as well as transmission lines as well as distribution. So in the subject you are going to know all that. Now to obtain the dynamic response representing the change in frequency as a function of time. So already I told you that the dynamic response is nothing but the fraction of seconds the generating station have to be capable to the load demand. అంటే ఎప్పుడైతే సడన్ గా లోడ్ చేంజ్ అయితే దానికి తగ్గట్టుగా జనరేటింగ్ స్టేషన్ అనేది ఆపరేట్ అవ్వాలి విత్ రెస్పెక్ట్ టు ద టైం. అందుకని ఇక్కడ చెప్పారు ఫ్రీక్వెన్సీ యాజ్ ఎ ఫంక్షన్ ఆఫ్ టైం, అంటే ఏ టైం లో అయినా ఇది క్యాపబుల్ చేసే రకంగా ఉంటుంది. సో దట్స్ వై ఇన్ డైనమిక్ రెస్పాన్స్ వీ కెన్ గెట్ ద స్టెబిలిటీ ఆఫ్ ద లూప్. అంటే ఆ స్టెబిలిటీ ఎలా ఉంది అంటే యాక్చువల్ గా మీరు అంటే ఐ డోంట్ నో వెదర్ యు నో దట్ ఒక జనరేటింగ్ ప్లాంట్ రన్ అవ్వాలన్నా టర్బైన్ రన్ అవ్వాలన్నా టైం, ఓకేనా. సో మొత్తం ఒక యూనిట్ లో రిమైనింగ్ పార్ట్స్ తో పోలిస్తే జనరేటర్ కి టర్బైన్ కి ఎక్కువ ప్రియారిటీ ఇస్తారు, బికాస్ డిపెండ్స్ ఆన్ ద టర్బైన్ అండ్ దట్ ప్లాంట్. So students, please mute yourself. Right. So in this dynamic response, what we had to do means we are going to derive the 2 conditions. One is uncontrolled case, and the one is controlled case. Already we know that in uncontrolled case, the parameter is involving in the condition is load demand. So in this condition, we have to be choose delta PC equals to 0. Why? Because we are assuming that PC, that is speed changing value, is 0. So that is constant. So there is no changes, right? So that's why the changes in the speed changer equals to 0, and the load demand will be changes. This is known as free governor operation. Now let me see that block diagram is shown below by substituting delta PC equals to 0. So this is the block diagram we will get after substitution of delta PC of S equals to 0. So if you observe here, there is no summation point we are placing here. So directly we are applying the feedback to this here. So the minus will be coming to here. Now this minus will be multiplied, then you will get a minus. So finally the block diagram looks like a negative feedback loop. Now find the transfer function from this diagram. So after substitution of delta PC of S equals to 0, then we extend the block diagram like this. Now from this diagram, find that transfer function. That is delta f of S divided by delta PD of S. Find the value. So here these 3 blocks are in cascaded, so we have to be multiplied. Students, do this derivation. Reduce the block diagram with respect in the form of transfer function. Now we'll see that after reduction of block diagram, what will get the transfer function. So after getting the transfer function, these are the assumptions we have to assume. So here we have to apply the inverse Laplace transform for an expression of delta FFS, and it is a TDSS. Why? Because if you observe the this block diagram, if you reduce this block diagram to the transfer function, you will get in denominator that is a third order transfer function. Okay, now. So for third order transfer function, if you want to apply that Laplace transform, it is highly difficult. So how we can reduce this difficulty? So is there any possible to apply the Laplace transform, inverse Laplace transform to the third order system? Students, is there any possible? So we can whether we can apply Laplace inverse transform to the third order system, whether it is possible or not. Right. See, so we can't able to apply the inverse Laplace transform to the higher order terms. Okay. Now, so what we have to do means we have to make the transfer function by applying the partial fraction expansion. Then only we can apply the inverse Laplace transform. The same thing we are going to apply here. So that is the difference between static response and dynamic response. In static response, we are going to apply the final value theorem. Here we are applying the inverse Laplace transform. And here there are certain assumptions we have. The assumptions are the action of speed governor and turbine is instantaneously compared with rest of power system. So already I told you that in a power system, the action that is within a fraction of a second they have to be acted with respect to the load demand. So the action of speed governor as well as turbine is instantaneously. So within a fraction of seconds they have to be on. Okay, now, and with compared to the rest of power system. And here we have the three types of time constants. One time constant is related to the speed governing system. Second one is related to the generator and governor and turbine. See here, the first one is this is the time constant for the generator. So why? Because while starting the generator or starting, it won't pick up the synchronous speed, so it will take time. So that is time taken by the generator to catch up the speed is given by 20 seconds. Next, the time constant of governor is 0.4 seconds. The time constant of turbine is 0.5 seconds. When compared to the first one and remaining two, these two are approximately equal to 0. So the both devices will be on within fraction of seconds. So that's why the approximate analysis we have to be considered TG and TT is equal to 0. Why? Because these two devices should be on instantaneously. So then only we can catch up the load demand. Otherwise, it is heavy. It's not possible to catch up the load demand. And already we know that kg kt value equals to 1. Now, if you substitute these two conditions in the above, that is what we obtain the transfer function from above block diagram, then we can obtain it there. We have to be substitute these two conditions. That is tt equals to tz equals to 0 as well as kg kt equals to 1. Now let me see after substitution of these two parameters, these two conditions in the transfer function, what we will get. Right. See here, this is the block diagram after substituting all these parameters. See, in that the feedback loop having that cascaded blocks, right? Kg divided by 1 plus STG, KT divided by 1 plus ST. If you cascade all elements, the all elements should be multiplied with the multiplied. So what you will get here, Kg KT divided by R into 1 plus STG into 1 plus STT. So this is the equation we will get after eliminating the cascade blocks. But our based on our assumptions, Kg KT value equals to 1 and the constants Tg and TT will be 0. So we will get the equation 1 by R. Now from this block diagram we have to be find the transfer function and it is looking like a negative feedback system. Now we will see that after reduction of block diagram in the form of transfer function, what we will get. So here the output is delta f of s and the input is minus delta pd of s. And we have to be represent this block diagram in the form of negative feedback loop transfer function that was given by g of s divided by 1 plus g of s h of s. Then substitute here, substitute in the form of g of s divided by 1 plus g of s h of s. So in the substitution mostly kp divided by 1 plus STP whole divided by 1 plus Kp divided by R into 1 plus STP and it delta of Fs equals to this one and it is equal in multiplication of minus delta PD of S. So this is the transfer function we can obtain after reduction of this block diagram. Just make it this right find the transfer function from block diagram. See, from this block diagram, if you want to find the transfer function, you will get like this. Delta of S is equals to Kp divided by 1 plus STP whole divided by 1 plus Kp divided by R into 1 plus STP into minus delta P out. So we have to bring this value to this multiplication. Now, if you take the common value here, 1 plus STP, so you will get like this, and both will get cancelled in the numerator and denominator terms. So finally, with the equation, we will get like this. Now, after that, what we have to check, what we have to apply, how we can proceed from this after this. After this step, how we can proceed? ఈ స్టెప్ తర్వాత ఏం చేయాలి? What we have to do after this step? If there is any substitutions are required in this equation. What is the requirement of substitution here? See, we have to be applied the step change in the load demand. So if you apply the step load change in the step load demand, what you will get in this equation? If you applied step load change in the load demand, what will be the change occur in the equation delta Fs? right? So here we have to be apply the step load change with respect to the load demand. Then what you will get, instead of delta PD of S, you will get PD by S. If you substitute here, let me see what you will get. Right. So this is the step load change, delta PD of S is equals to delta PD by S. So this is the equation here, and the denominator how we can get means, so just take the TP as a common here. Okay, now so that is the constant value, right? If you take the TP value as a constant, what you will get? This is the equation you will get here. S into 1 plus 1 divided by S TP plus KP divided by RTP. Now, if you substitute delta PD of S is equal to delta PDF PD by S, then the equation should be look like this. Now, for this equation, we have to be apply the Laplace transform. That is partial fractions. Now, this is the equation after applying. Now, if you observe this equation, it is in the form of S into S plus 1. Now, then apply the Laplace partial fractions to this equation. Then find the A value and B value. So here minus delta PD Kp divided by Tp is a constant. Now we have to apply that A by S plus B by S plus R plus Kp divided by RTP. Then find the partial fraction. Find the value of A and B. See, if you apply the partial fraction to this equation, let me see what you will get. So this is the applying the partial fraction to this method. Here we have the two S terms. One is S into S plus 1. So you will get you have to find that A value and B value. Now let me see. So do this partial fraction and find the A value and B value. So I will give 5 minutes. Do this and we will check the answer. Now let me check that what is the after applying the partial fraction, what is the equation we will get. So this is the equation we will get after after applying the partial fraction. So here a value we will get 1 divided by this one, and so this is the equation we will get. So we have to be taken as a common here. Then a and b 1 minus 1. So now from this equation, if you observe that there are terms TP and TP will get cancelled, right? Now if you apply the inverse Laplace transform, what you will get here? So what is the inverse Laplace transform of 1 by s? What is the inverse Laplace transform of 1 by s? Right. Sorry, 1. The inverse Laplace transform of 1. So you will get 1. Yeah. Now what is the inverse Laplace transform of 1 divided by s? So this is 1 divided by s plus 1. What is the inverse Laplace transform to this function? 1 divided by s plus r plus tp by rtp.
Sir,
Right,
e
students?
power of minus. Sir,
Right. So you will get
దానికి e power
exponential form.
r plus kb divided by rt వస్తుంది into t
Yes.
వస్తుంది.
Right. So you will get the exponential form when you are applying the inverse Laplace to this term. So let me see, after applying the inverse Laplace transform to this entire equation, what you will get. So this is the term we will get that after applying the. So here, sorry, I forgot to write here. So you will get here ft, because when you apply the inverse Laplace transform, the entire S domain will comes to the T domain. So this is the T, and finally we will get that 1 minus e power minus of r plus kp divided by rtp into t, and this is the final equation. We have to be substitute instead of delta pd by m. Okay now. So this is the final equation of dynamic response in uncontrolled case. Here the negative sign changes this assigns that the system it is not uncontrollable. Okay now. So it is a uncontrollable. We can't able to control with a free manner well compared to the controlled case. Okay now. So that is the indication of minus negative sign here. So this is the final equation of dynamic response in uncontrolled case. Right. So up to this, this is the topic about what we had to be discussed in today's class. So this is over. Now we will go to the general. So let me know that. So I mean already I know that. So anybody want to apply interest in gate application? So ఎవరైనా గేట్ అప్లై చేయాలనుకుంటున్నారా? So I will tell you that how to apply that. So anybody? Yes, right. So I will tell you that how to. So do you know how to apply that? Wait, I will show you that. So we have to just first just type that. So first just type GATE 2021. This is the GATE exam was conducted by the IIT Delhi. So first of all, click the first browser. Then you will get this is the information regarding that GATE 2012. Okay, now sorry, GATE 2021. And here this was different IITs and this every year they have to be conducted here. Okay, now so this time in this year the IIT Delhi was conducting this exam. So you can mention here, and what is the, so the gate score will be remain valid for the 3 years. Okay, now from the date of announcement of results. And this is also, this is the exam date for the GATE 2021. So it will be start on the February month, that is February 5th to February 14th. So this is the dates was already they announced that. And if there is any difficulties during among the COVID-19, the only international centers will be cancelled. So national centers will be conducted the exam. So this is about the GATE exam conducted by the IIT Delhi. Now we'll see that how we can apply the application. So here click the GATE 2021. Then you will get that official website that was made by the IIT Delhi. And here apply, just see this GATE online application processing system. So you can get display like this. So if you already registered, you can directly enter email ID here and password here. But if you are a new user, then you have to click here. So just you can give the name here. So just I'm giving my name. So the first name is, middle name, and surname. So this is the name that should be mentioned, that will appear in the scorecard, and just confirm it. So you have to give the mail address. Then again confirmation mail ID. Right. See, after that, whether you had we had to mention here India or otherwise, and you had to be give the mobile number that was working properly. సో ఏ నెంబర్ అయితే మీకు బాగా వర్క్ అవుతుందో, అంటే సిగ్నల్స్ కానీ తర్వాత మెసేజ్ రావడం కానీ, ఆ నెంబర్ ఇవ్వండి. So you have to choose your password, your own. So మీకు ఏది కన్వీనియంట్ ఆ పాస్వర్డ్ ఇవ్వండి. దెన్ హియర్ ద మ్యాథమెటికల్ ఆప్షన్ 9, దెన్ సబ్మిట్. సో ఈ విధంగా వచ్చిన తర్వాత see login if you already, so ఇక్కడ వస్తుంది thank you for registration for GATE 2021, SMS and email containing your enrollment ID have been sent to you. So already మీకు mail enrollment ID వస్తుంది. So if you want to be registered here, if you want to be apply, అంటే ఇప్పుడు రిజిస్టర్ అయిన తర్వాత ఇప్పుడు అప్లై చేసుకోవాలి. So you can give the mail ID what you are given in this application. So I was given this mail ID and password. So skip save and it is 1. So ఈ విధంగా వచ్చిన తర్వాత then the showing the display showing like this. So then click చేసుకోండి. I hereby declare that I have read the GATE 2021 information voucher and I am ready to fill the application form. So తర్వాత start చేయండి. Start filling the, and you can see here the top of the page, it is the enrollment ID B168E78. Now from this details, so select number of appears you want to appear in GATE 2021. Number of actual పేపర్స్, ఇట్ మీన్స్ దట్ సమ్ ఆఫ్ దమ్ గోయింగ్ టు రైట్. సో ఇక్కడ ఇప్పుడు యాక్చువల్ గా కొంతమంది ఎంఎస్సి చేయాలనుకోండి, ఎంఎస్సి చేయాలనుకున్న వాళ్ళకి కొన్ని వేరే డిపార్ట్మెంట్ సబ్జెక్ట్స్ చేయడానికి ఛాన్సెస్ ఉంటుంది. అంటే కంప్యూటర్ సైన్స్ కానీ, తర్వాత ఈసీ వాటి కానీ. సో అలా రాసేదానికి ఎవరికైనా అవకాశం అంటే చేసుకోవచ్చు అనమాట. యాక్చువల్లీ ఇంత ముందు 1 పర్సన్ ఒక పేపర్ రాసే అవకాశం వచ్చింది, కానీ ఇప్పటి నుంచి 2 పేపర్స్ రాసుకోవచ్చు బేస్డ్ ఆన్ యువర్ ఇంట్రెస్ట్. సో వచ్చేసిన తర్వాత దెన్ సెలెక్ట్ యువర్ పేపర్. సో ఇక్కడ వచ్చేసి మన కోడ్ వచ్చేసి ఎలక్ట్రికల్ డబ్ల్యూ అనమాట, ఎలక్ట్రికల్ ఇంజనీరింగ్. ఓకేనా. సో ఆఫ్టర్ దట్ దే విల్ గివ్ ద కన్ఫర్మేషన్. సో జస్ట్ కంటిన్యూ దట్. నెక్స్ట్ కంట్రీ ఇండియా. సో యూ హ్యావ్ టు బి సెలెక్ట్ ద ఎగ్జామినేషన్ సిటీ. So the center you can select the center entire the India. So whatever you require. So in AP, let me see what are the centers we have. Chittoor is there. Chittoor, Guntur. Let me see, Tirupati is there. No, Tirupati is not there. So choose the Guntur here. Next, Nellore is there. Tirupati is there. So tick Tirupati. Next, Kadapa is there. So this is the center. So don't worry. So the center. So ఇప్పుడు మీరు ఎలా చూస్ చేసుకున్నా కానీ మీ అడ్రస్ బేస్ చేసుకుని ఏదైతే డిస్టెన్స్ తక్కువ ఉంటుందో ఆ అడ్రస్ మీకు ఎగ్జామ్ సెంటర్ వస్తుంది. Even though you can keep the Kadapa as a 4th center, then surely you will get the Kadapa as your examination center. Okay, ఎందుకంటే based on your address which is nearest to the address, the exam center should be scheduled to you. Okay na. So save చేసుకోండి. So then click the next. సో ఇక్కడ వచ్చేసి మీ డీటెయిల్స్ ఇవ్వాలి. సో మీ ఫోటో ఐడి, తర్వాత ప్రూఫ్ ఐడి, నేమ్ ఆఫ్ ద పేరెంట్ నేమ్. సో ఎందుకు యాక్చువల్ గా ఇప్పుడు వచ్చే ప్రతి కాంపిటేటివ్ ఎగ్జామ్స్ లో పేరెంట్స్ నేమ్ అడుగుతున్నారు. వై? బికాస్ ఫర్ వెరిఫికేషన్ పర్పస్. సో ఇదంతా ఇచ్చిన తర్వాత దెన్ యూ కెన్ గో టు ద నెక్స్ట్. సో ఈ విధంగా ఇచ్చిన తర్వాత ఇక్కడ వచ్చేసి మనము అడ్రస్ ఇవ్వాలి, అవర్ రెసిడెన్షియల్ అడ్రస్. సో బేస్డ్ ఆన్ దిస్ అడ్రస్ యూ విల్ గెట్ ద ఎగ్జామినేషన్ సెంటర్. So this is the do you have entered the, so this is the qualifying degree details. అంటే మీరు ఆల్రెడీ ఏదైనా డిగ్రీ కంప్లీట్ అయితే చేయొచ్చు. ఇఫ్ యు ఆర్ నాట్ కంప్లీట్ ద డిగ్రీ, సో ఇక్కడ చూడండి. సో ఇక్కడ బీటెక్ ఎలక్ట్రికల్ ఇంజనీరింగ్, ఎలక్ట్రికల్ అండ్ ఎలక్ట్రానిక్స్ ఇంజనీరింగ్. హ్యావ్ యూ గ్రాడ్యుయేట్ ఇన్ అబౌవ్ డిగ్రీ? సో మీరు ఆల్రెడీ అయిపోయింటే ఎస్ అని నొక్కాలి, లేదా నో అని కొట్టిన కాబట్టి ఇయర్ ఆఫ్ క్వాలిఫైయింగ్ డిగ్రీ అంటే మీరు ఎప్పుడు క్వాలిఫై అవుతున్నారంటే సో యూ హ్యావ్ టు బి గివెన్ ద ఇయర్. సో మీకు 2021 లో అయిపోతుంది కాబట్టి 21 ఇచ్చేయండి. అండ్ యూనివర్సిటీ కాలేజ్ నేమ్ ఇచ్చేసేయండి. సో ఇచ్చేసిన తర్వాత ఫైనల్ గా ఇక్కడ వచ్చేసి మీ ఫోటో, సిగ్నేచరు, ఐడి ప్రూఫ్ చేయాలి. చేసిన తర్వాత ఈ సబ్మిట్ కొట్టేసండి. సబ్మిట్ కొట్టిన తర్వాత దెన్ యూ విల్ అబ్టైన్ ద బోనఫైడ్ సర్టిఫికేట్. ఓకేనా. ఎందుకంటే మీరు ఆల్రెడీ ఇక్కడ మెన్షన్ చేస్తారు యు ఆర్ నాట్ క్వాలిఫైడ్ ద డిగ్రీ అని. సో బోనఫైడ్ డిగ్రీ చేసుకున్న తర్వాత ఆ ప్రింట్అవుట్ తీసుకుని దెన్ యూ హ్యావ్ టు బి గెట్ ద సైన్ యువర్ ఫ్రమ్ ద ప్రిన్సిపల్. సో చేసుకుని అక్కడ ఫోటో అటాచ్మెంట్ చేసిన తర్వాత దాన్ని స్కాన్ చేసి ఇందులో మళ్ళీ అప్లోడ్ చేయాలి. సో దే విల్ ఆస్క్ అప్లోడ్ ది బోనఫైడ్ సర్టిఫికేట్ అండి. ఓకేనా. సో అది అప్లోడ్ చేసిన తర్వాత పేమెంట్ చేస్తే దెన్ యువర్ అప్లికేషన్ ప్రాసెస్ ఈజ్ ఓవర్. ఓకేనా. సో ఈ అప్లికేషన్ ఇదంతా చేయాలి, అప్లోడ్ డాక్యుమెంట్స్ ఇదంతా అయిపోయిన తర్వాత then you can proceed the payment. So this is the way of applying the proceed the gate exam. ఇక్కడ ఎటువంటి మిస్టేక్ చేయకండి, ఎందుకంటే దిస్ ర్యాంక్ కార్డ్ షుడ్ బి వ్యాలిడ్ ఫర్ ద 3 years. మీరు ఏ చిన్న మిస్టేక్ చేసినా కానీ, ఇఫ్ ఇట్ ఇస్ నాట్ ఈక్వల్ టు దవర్ సర్టిఫికెట్స్, అంటే డేట్ ఆఫ్ బర్త్ కానీ లేదా మీ పేరెంట్స్ నేమ్ కానీ, ఈవెన్ ఒక్క లెటర్ మిస్ అయినా కానీ మీకు నోటరీ తీసుకొని
Poi sembrava sì,